We're in Pisces season, so it's the Virgo full moon. I just want to give a little shout out to all the single mothers out here, okay? Because Mother Mary was a single mother. Because what else was? And Joseph stepped in like a real man does.
First off, this gap-toothed, bald-headed female needs to have several seats and shut up forever. I mean, and yes, you got these circus clowns out here completely misrepresenting the Virgin Mary. Oh, Mother Mary was a single mother and Joseph was a stepdaddy. I see why nobody's taking this one seriously. I wouldn't either. But about that, I'm about to debunk this whole entire notion that the Virgin Mary is a representation of single mothers. Because it's clear to see Miss Gaptooth here have not read the Bible enough to understand the situation. But let's get down to it, shall we? No introduction required. Let's get into this, shall we? Whoa, before I begin, for those of y'all who do celebrate it, happy Easter. I hope y'all had a good time. Today is now April the 1st, and I'm here to announce that I am no longer making YouTube videos. Yeah, let's use false for that. But anyway, y'all see the title of discussion. Stop using the Virgin Mary as a crutch to justify single motherhood. Because apparently you got clowns out here thinking that Mother Mary is just like them. Oh, they going around, they sleeping with every man, they getting children by each and every man. Because one, y'all know that is a lie. And two, y'all, that is a huge misconstrue of the Virgin Mary. And it's good to see they haven't even read the Bible a day in their life for them to even make such a claim. Yeah, I get it. They want the Mother Mary to be a representation of them. But there's one problem. The Virgin Mary was married, or did they forget about that scripture in the Bible, married to Joseph? In fact, they were married before the Lord made Mary the chosen one of bringing the Son of God to this world. So and Joseph stayed with Mary throughout the time Christ was born and way beyond after Christ was crucified on the cross. But if that's the case, how can the Virgin Mary be the representation of single mothers if she was not only married but stay married? That don't make no sense at all. Can these fools explain that to explain that to the congregation? I doubt it. And yes, the Lord is speaking through me right now. Make that make sense. Mary, who is married to Joseph, is somehow a single mother. But can they answer this question? How did how did the Virgin Mary ended up bringing the Son of God to the world? Well, we already know one of the answers is not because she slept around with each and every man out in Jerusalem, like how you see these females out here in these days and times. No, 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 no. God blessed, God given her, chose her to be the vessel of the Son of God. And for those y'all who don't know, the Lord is not flesh and blood. The Lord is not a mere man. As we also understand the Bible scripture, which further proves the fact that that Mary was married, what did Joseph said in the Bible when he found out that Mary was carrying the Son of God? He was going to secretly divorce Mary because she didn't want her to be humiliated out in the public. But what happened? One of God's angels came down and convinced Joseph not to leave Mary. In fact, the Bible goes as far as to say that Joseph was blinded and couldn't see anything until after the birth of Christ. And what really grinds my gears when I hear these fools misrepresenting anyone in the Bible and misconstruing the Bible in general is when they try to do it just to fit a narrative. They try to do it to justify the behavior. We're gonna call a spade, and a ball over here. And no, we ain't gonna pretend. This ain't elementary school. We're not in kindergarten. We're not even in first grade, second grade, or none of that. We're not going to sit here and pretend that this actually happened when it didn't. And on top of that, they trying to make it sound like, oh, these single mothers out here in these days and times are the new Virgin Marys, and these men who get them pregnant are the Most High. And their kids are now the next Jesus Christ. That's how this shit. Excuse me, I'm trying not to cuss, but that's how they trying to make it seem like. So the Mother Mary, who is married to Joseph, is somehow a single mother. How exactly? Especially when not only she's married, but keep in mind, unlike these females in these days and times, did Mary kick Joseph to the curb and told him she's going to raise the Son of God on his own by herself? No, it never happened. Man, y'all better learn not to stop playing with God. And yeah, we all know this is their desperate attempt to try to justify these single mothers and what they're doing. You even got these white knights of single mothers trying to sit there and trying to make it seem like, oh, the Virgin Mary is the representation of these single mothers out here. As if the Virgin Mary was sleeping around with all the men in Jerusalem, kicking Joseph to the curb, claiming that she's strong, independent, she don't need him, and she could do it by herself. No, it never happened. And the fact that y'all even tried to make such a claim as this further proves just how stupid and desperate y'all look. Mother Mary is not a single mother, nor is she the representation of single mothers. This is just these desperate single mothers doing anything and everything they can to try to push a narrative and try to make the Virgin Mary be one of them when clearly she is not. Off the rip. And that's all I'm going to say on this matter. Y'all better read and understand who is the Virgin Mary in the Bible before y'all open your mouths and make yourself look like complete fools in the process. Off the gate. Now I said what I had to say. I'm done with this false narrative of what the Virgin Mary really is, and I'm out this later.